Hey, it's Deborah. And today, for today's video, I want to talk about Hamlet. I went to see Hamlet by the Colorado Shakespeare Company today, and it was a super interesting production because it starred Hamlet played by a woman. And it was a really interesting production because there you have the main character who, when it's played by a woman, is discovering what does it take for her to stand in her power. And you know how you just see everything through the glasses that you're wearing. You see the world as you are and in the space that you are. So what I heard when she said her soliloquy, to be or not to be, whether 'tis nobler to take up arms against a sea of troubles and thereby opposing end them, I heard it in a completely different way. What I heard was, it's really scary to challenge your family structure. And you know, it was a super depressing play because it's really a dysfunctional family and everybody's dead in the end. So I don't recommend doing exactly what Hamlet did. But what did strike me is this existential question of, how do you want to be? How do you want to live your life? How do you want to show up? And how do you do what's right? And how do you take a stand for what is right? And so for me, I really got this message so strongly when the to be or not to be speech came on. And then shortly after that, there's another very famous speech, and the line that jumped out at me was, "To thine own self be true." And that's really what I want to share, because all the work that I do with people, all the work that I do with myself, all the work that all of us are doing is discovering, how do we be? How do we be? Do we want to be this way or do we want to be that way? To be this way or not to be that way? How do we be true to our own selves? And it really struck me, and I'm sure that's why this play has had the popularity that it has had, because this is really an existential question of how do we want to show up. So that's what I want to share. And here I am by this watershed by my house. I'm taking my dog for a walk, and it's a super lovely evening. And I realized I forgot to make a video because I was off at the play, and then I went out to dinner with my friends. And so now that's what I want to share. To thine own self be true. What do you take a stand for, and how do you want to be? I'd love to know. Leave it in the comments, and have an awesome evening.